Today, we are going to dive into a mystery that has intrigued many of us, the relationship between the Bible and dinosaurs. Have you ever stopped to think about this? Science tells us that dinosaurs died out millions of years ago, but what if the Bible had something to say about it? Are you ready for a fascinating journey that will make us question what we really know about the history of the Earth and our faith? First, let's understand the scientific perspective. According to scientists, dinosaurs inhabited the Earth millions of years ago, disappearing before the first humans evolved. This means that no human being ever saw a living dinosaur. But what if there was some evidence that could change this view? In 2005, researchers from a university in Toronto made a surprising discovery. They found soft tissue in T-Rex bones. How could this be possible if dinosaurs had really died out millions of years ago? The answer may be related to the accuracy of radiometric dating, a widely used method for determining the age of fossils. However, many question the reliability of this method, suggesting that the age of fossils may be much younger than thought. So let's investigate further and discover if there are more clues that could challenge our traditional understanding of dinosaurs. Now, let's explore the biblical perspective. In the book of Genesis, we find the story of creation, where God made everything perfectly and said that it was very good. He created animals and humans, and God said to man, "For you to eat, I give you all the plants that produce seeds and all the trees that bear fruit. But for all wild animals, for the birds and for the creatures that crawl on the ground, I give you every green plant as food." But here is the question. If dinosaurs died out millions of years before the existence of man, how does this fit into the biblical story? Many interpret biblical texts metaphorically, emphasizing that they are not a detailed scientific guide to the history of the Earth. Moreover, the Bible suggests that the fall of creation occurred after the original sin, committed by the first human, Adam. This means that, in the biblical view, there could not have been death, such as that of dinosaurs, before the sin, as this contradicts the idea that everything was very good at the beginning. Therefore, if dinosaurs died before the sin, this could threaten the integrity of the gospel. So, how can we reconcile these two seemingly contradictory views? Now let's talk about the flood, a central event in the Bible that may have played a role in the formation of fossils. According to the Bible, God sent a global flood to punish humanity for its wickedness, and only Noah, his family, and the animals on the ark survived. Some believe that this flood could have been responsible for forming many of the fossils we find today. But how does this relate to fossil dating? Most scientists use radiometric dating to determine the age of fossils, suggesting that they are millions of years old. However, some question this accuracy and argue that fossils may be only thousands of years old. An interesting piece of evidence that supports this theory is the episthetonic death pose found in many fossils. This position, characterized by animals with their heads turned backward, is typically associated with creatures that died drowned or suffocated. This could indicate that the animals were submerged quickly, as could have happened during a global flood. Therefore, is the biblical flood and the formation of fossils more connected than we think? Now let's explore an intriguing idea: mentions of dragons in various ancient cultures and images of creatures similar to dinosaurs in sculptures. Could these descriptions have been inspired by dinosaurs seen by ancient peoples? In many ancient cultures, we find stories and legends about dragons, giant and fearsome creatures. These descriptions include animals with scales, wings, and even horns, characteristics that resemble some dinosaurs. Moreover, in some ancient sculptures, we find images of creatures that look very similar to dinosaurs. It is important to remember that, at the time, there was no modern definition of dinosaur, just as there was no word email. So when people found these giant creatures, they described them based on their own experiences and knowledge. These descriptions may have been passed down from generation to generation, evolving over time and becoming the dragon legends we know today. Therefore, it is possible that these stories and images are related to dinosaurs seen by ancient peoples, before our modern understanding of these extinct creatures. Now, let's focus on some biblical passages that seem to describe creatures surprisingly similar to dinosaurs. In the passage of Job 40, God describes an animal called Behemoth, which is described as the largest of the animals he created, with incredible strength and power. It has strong bones, a tail like a cedar, and skin so tough that not even arrows can penetrate it. This description reminds us very much of a dinosaur, possibly a herbivorous dinosaur like Diplodocus or Brachiosaurus. In the passage of Job 41, God describes another animal, Leviathan, which is described as a sea monster with scales, horns, and a breath that creates fire and smoke. Although it is more difficult to associate Leviathan with a specific dinosaur, some theories suggest that it could refer to a giant sea animal, such as a mosasaur or even a marine dinosaur like mosasaur. It is important to remember that the Bible was not written to describe dinosaurs, but rather to convey spiritual messages. However, these curious descriptions make us think about the possibility that ancient peoples knew creatures that seemed very similar to dinosaurs. Now, let's explore some alternative theories about the extinction of dinosaurs. One of the most well-known theories is the idea that a meteorite could have caused the extinction of dinosaurs. According to this theory, a huge meteorite impacted the Earth about 66 million years ago, causing a global environmental disaster that led to the death of many species, including dinosaurs. Another theory suggests that climate changes may have played a role in the extinction of dinosaurs. Sudden climate changes, such as global cooling or rapid warming, could have drastically affected ecosystems and food availability, leading to the extinction of many species. A less conventional, but interesting, theory suggests that humans may have contributed to the extinction of dinosaurs. Although it is unlikely that humans existed during the time of dinosaurs, some theories speculate that dinosaurs could have survived until modern times and were extinct by overhunting or other human factors. It is important to remember that, to date, there is no scientific consensus on the exact cause of dinosaur extinction. Each theory has its strengths and weaknesses, and scientists continue to investigate and debate the subject. It is important to remember that the purpose of the Bible is not to provide detailed scientific knowledge about the history of the Earth or the extinction of dinosaurs. Instead, it was written to lead people to salvation through Jesus Christ. The Bible is a spiritual work that teaches us about the nature of God, humanity, and salvation. Therefore, it is crucial to maintain a biblical interpretation that does not contradict Christian faith. When we find biblical passages that seem to contradict modern science, it is important to remember that the Bible was not written with the intention of providing a detailed scientific guide. Instead, we should seek harmony between faith and science, respecting the metaphorical nature of many biblical texts and the precision of science. By doing this, we can maintain our faith firmly while also respecting scientific knowledge. In conclusion, it is essential to balance our faith and our scientific understanding. Although there are significant differences between scientific and biblical views of the history of the Earth and the extinction of dinosaurs, both can coexist harmoniously. We invite you, the viewer, to reflect on this fascinating topic and to seek mutual understanding between faith and science. Remember, true wisdom comes from faith in Jesus Christ, and it is through him that God will restore everything to a good state once again. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until the next video.